In our previous class, we talked about ways you can build a website. Now, we said there are two major ways you can actually build a website: building offline and building online. Then I made mention of the material you need to get if you want to build offline, and also the materials you need to get if you want to build online. In the course of this training, I'll be teaching you how you can actually build offline and how you can build online. For the record, I build online. It makes things very easy. If you want to build offline, these are the materials you need. Number one, you need XAMPP, which is your local server. I'm going to put the materials on the Telegram group so that you can download it. WordPress file. Then you need Elementor, which is what we are going to be using as our page builder. Then you will be needing some plugins. So what I'm going to do, I will just zip everything and have it posted on the Telegram groups for you to just download. So if you follow my step-by-step tutorials, I'm going to teach you how first thing you need to install these softwares on your system. Then second, how you can actually install and activate your WordPress dashboard. Now, we said in the course of this training, what we are going to use in building our website is WordPress. So I'll be teaching you everything about CMS. Like I told you, CMS is content management system, and one of the examples of CMS is WordPress. I gave you an assignment. What is WordPress? Just few persons actually did this assignment, and I hope you understand that WordPress is a content management system that allows you to build any kind of website. And I said we have two types of WordPress. We have WordPress.com and WordPress.org. In the course of this lecture, we'll be using WordPress.org because it enables us to have access to all our file, our database, and ownership of that site 100%. Without wasting time, let us go straight to the topic of the day. Before you start building a website, you must first of all get the applications and softwares that is needed. Is that okay? Like for your editor, you will need to get Sublime Text. Just go to Sublime Text website and download Sublime Text. Then you need XAMPP. Download XAMPP on your system. Then you need WordPress file, Elementor page builder for you to get started. I'm going to demonstrate and show you how you can actually get this very system. So we are going to start with basic coding. You know, I told you I'm going to introduce you to basic coding. Now, the reason why I'm introducing you to this basic coding is so that you can get acquainted and familiar with, you know, the web terminology or the web terms. Like when I tell you, okay, give it padding, give it margin, give it color, give it BG color, give it text color, so that it will not look so strange to you. So first of all, do basic coding, and from there we'll migrate to web design and proper. So before you can start your basic coding, what you need to do is install your Sublime Text. I sent Sublime Text for you. You understand? So make sure you install your Sublime Text. After installing your Sublime Text is going to look like this. Just open it like this. Is that okay? So the first thing we want to do is talk about what is HTML, because we need to know the structures of a website. And HTML is called Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is not a programming language. It is a markup language. It is used in the structural aspect of a website. So you actually use HTML to structure the interface of a website. Is that okay? So when you come here, before you do anything, go to your desktop and create a new folder. So I'm going to create a folder that is called Class 1. Class 1. Now, the reason why we are creating this folder, we are going to save all our files inside this folder. Is that okay? So once you are done, come back to this your Sublime Text editor. Click on File, click on Save As, then click on Desktop, then locate that your folder that you created, Class 1. Open the folder and the file name, save it as index.html. Now, the reason why you are saving it as index, every front page of a website has an index. The very first home page you are seeing on a website is called the index page. Some of you will call it home page. No, it is not called home page. It's called index page. So it is actually your index page. So you need to save it as index page. Is that okay? Now, immediately you've set it as index page, the next thing for you to do is to write your HTML structure. Just use this HTML and click your enter. This is why I love using Sublime Text, is because it's auto, complete codes for you. It's not for lazy people. Is that okay? So now this is the structure of your HTML. This is the structure of your HTML. Now we have doc type. The meaning of this doc type, you are telling the web browser that, okay, this files that comes to this browser is an HTML format. So anything that you see on this very doc file, convert it to HTML. Is that okay? Now we have our HTML starter. We have our header. Now under our header, we have our open header, we have our closed header. On the title here, the title talks about the title of that very website you are working on, or the title of that very particular page you are working on. So I'm going to give you the title. I'm going to call it our first lesson. Then I will save. Anything you are doing, make sure you save. So if I go back to my folder that I created, let me go to desktop, go to class. I go to class, then I open this index on a browser. If you see the title here, you see our first class. It is because of this title we just created. Is that okay? So any title you put here, on the output is going to display the title. Is that okay? This body here, everything you see in a website, it is actually inside this body. All the rubbish you are seeing inside is actually inside this body. Is that okay? So anything you put inside this body, you save. If you come and reload your site, you see everything is going to appear there. So all the designs you'll be doing will be inside this very body. So I needed to lay this foundation so that you get idea of basic coding. Is that okay? Your first assignment is to dry run the structure of HTML on a sheet of paper like this and submit it on the Telegram group. This is your first assignment. Now, having known the structure of HTML, there are some syntax you need to know. Is that okay? There are some syntax you need to know. Like when I say, okay, P, now P for you is just P. But when you come to programming, it is called paragraph. So if I give anything here and I type anything, meaning I have given a paragraph, then if I go and view that very stuff, you will see it here on the body. So let me just copy a text. Let me come and copy a text and I will drop it on the paragraph. Okay, let me copy this. No, let me scroll down. Okay, let me copy this. Then let me drop it here as a first paragraph. Then if I save and I come back to my environment, you see that the text will be here. So anything you put on this body appears here. Now if I create another paragraph here, I create another paragraph, then I come back and I paste another thing. If I go and reload, you see it will give another paragraph. What if I want to underline text, or I want to bold text? On your Microsoft Word, it is Ctrl B. So, but on this place, you use your anchor tag B and you close your anchor tag. Remember, any anchor tag you open, you must close it. Is that okay? Whenever you open a tag, terminate that tag, close it. Then I want to bold this also. I'll come back here and I will close it. I will save. I'll come back, then I will reload. If you observe, my text is more bolder than other text. Is that okay? So this is how you use some of the attributes when building a website. Like I said, I needed to lay this foundation for you so that when we start web designing proper, it will not sound strange to you. As from on Monday, we are starting web design in proper. So this is just like an introduction to basic coding. Let us just consider this as a little introduction to basic coding. I will just introduce you a little bit, not that I'm going into details. If you want to go into details, that will be a special class. The purpose of this training is to learn web designing, not programming. So as we go on, I'll be telling you some syntax, the ones I have not even done yet. So just take today as introduction to basic coding. Is that okay? Then from on Monday, we are diving in straight into web designing and we'll start full practical. No long talk. I'll just come, introduce, and we'll start full practical. I don't want you to miss out from the next class because that is when we'll be starting real training. So if you don't want to miss out, smash the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so that you'll be first to receive the video for next week. Like this video, share this video to people you want them to benefit or to learn tech. Go to the comment section, ask your question. See, whenever you ask question, you actually give me that strength to create more video for you. And when we give an assignment, please do the assignment. Remember the assignment I gave? Dry run. If I need dry run, write the structure of HTML on a piece of paper and have it submitted on the Telegram group chat. Is that okay? I'll see you next week.